Where does he keep getting these wonderful toys? We're talking Batman's new Batmobile and Justice League. I'm Sasha Pearl Raver, and this is Screen Junkies News. Justice League comes out this November, starring Batman and Wonder Woman, who will team up to fight the intergalactic threat of Steppenwolf and Darkseid. The unspoken rule of Hollywood is, with every new Batman, we get a new Batmobile. And Justice League is no different. Director Zack Snyder posted our first look at Batman's new wheels to his Vero account, and it's got some serious stopping power. Here with us to talk every detail of the picture are Mark Andreyko and Markia McCarty. First and foremost, is it Vero? Is it Vero? What is this website that he is using to disseminate information?
It's something that'll be bought by Facebook in a year, so the name, the branding doesn't matter at this point.
Well, I'm starting to wonder if this is like a title situation where he is an investor or somehow involved in this thing because it's the only place where you can go to get the information.
That would be smart.
It would be smart.
And he is a pretty smart man.
Well, what are your first impressions looking at the new Batmobile? What do we think?
I like a Batmobile that looks like a bat. This just looks like
a duck.
A duck, or
it looks like a duck face.
Like a DeLorean meets a Hummer meets Midlife Crisis.
Oh.
I just don't like these cars that look like. I get the reality, but we're having a guy who dresses like a bat. So bat it up.
Yeah. Bat out of hell? That's what you want?
Absolutely.
I guess they're going for the intimidation factor, and I get that. I mean, I see the guns that are like a hood ornament.
Sure.
Or those are missiles. Those are missiles.
I think missiles are in the front. There's a gun up on the top.
There's guns on the side.
There's another gun on the side.
There's a lot of crime that this guy is fighting, but this vehicle is just.
And how much gas does that thing take?
Oh, man.
That must weigh like 40 tons.
Well, here's the thing. Traditionally, Batman wasn't really a killer. Like, he didn't kill the villains. He would sort of capture them.
That was one of the things that I loved about Batman, is that he took it to this weird place where he wouldn't even kill Joker, even though Joker would kill all of these other people.
But if he killed the Joker,
respected that.
But if he killed Joker, about 100,000 people would be alive. It's always the thing when you get too real with some of these superhero things, they start to fall apart. Because at this point, Batman not killing the Joker is kind of irresponsible, because the Joker's going to be the Joker.
Well, but that car looks like he's ready to kill everybody.
Everyone.
And the car doesn't have any personality.
Don't you jaywalk.
I get the art direction for this because it's consistent with the movies. But ironically, my favorite Batmobile comes from one of the least favorite Batman movies. It comes from the Joel Schumacher era because it's a car. It's batty. It's cool. It's like a Big Daddy Roth sort of tricked out.
It's lit from underneath.
It looks like that. You know that a guy driving that is Batman.
That and he does race wars.
Well, who's the guy driving the other car? I mean,
most people in Los Angeles in my neighborhood.
I love me a good Adam West Batman. Look at that. That thing's got like a face. That's got a nose. That's got like those cool little pod bubbles. And then when we keep going, I mean, I feel like they stayed pretty batty. That's a very batty Batmobile.
And in their defense, that looks like a missile. Hood ornament. So
and mixed with the Rolls Royce, mixed with a bat
for it.
And then we get into the Bale, and that.
I like the Bat Pod. I like the Bat Pod.
This starts becoming more tactical.
Motorcycle.
When we get into these, it becomes more tactical, and then by the time Zack Snyder takes over, that's full on.
This is just Punisher, Warzone.
It's just so much overcompensation. Just look at it.
What is he compensating for?
What are you afraid we're going to find out about you, Batman? Well, here's the thing. When we look at this, what can we glean from the story? Like, how violent is this going to be? How many people is he going to take out? Like, this seems like a very different vehicle for a very different Batman.
Yes, but it's a movie with Batman, Wonder Woman, The Return of Superman, Darkseid, Aquaman, Cyborg, and The Flash. So it's probably going to be in one scene of the movie.
That's
so I don't know if we can glean a whole lot from it.
With all that stopping power, though, he doesn't need that. He doesn't need that tank meets a tower meets just an explosive.
Well, if this is before the assembling of the Justice League, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he abandons it because there's so much superhuman power. It could be a plot point.
That's interesting.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
Okay.
I don't know, though. I feel like if you have something like that, you're not using it for a scene. I think that's going to make more than one appearance or it's going to be one humongous set piece. Because that is not something that you would waste.
Maybe it's there to get destroyed by the parademons.
Yeah, or maybe a city comes alive and he's got to take down the city.
Maybe he opens a car lot and sells all the old Batmobiles.
Ooh,
there's a lot of them.
Okay, so which one? You're buying obviously the Schumacher.
I'm buying the Schumacher one.
I think I'm buying the Adam West. What are you taking home?
I like the Batman Forever one.
All right,
I like that one.
So on the scale of Batman Forever to Adam West, where do we put this?
I don't hate it. I just think it's not batty enough. I think if you're doing a Batmobile, it should look like Batman's car.
It looks like a war movie. You know, it's a tank. You know, that volume's up really high. That's an 11.
And are those the doors? Are those like DeLorean doors? Are those wings?
Those
are wings. I'm telling you, it's a duck.
This is very Back to the Future. That was my first thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, DeLorean. So maybe he can travel through time.
My very first thought is that with all of that armored plating, like folding on top of each other, and then you have wings in the back, and it looks like a duck face. It reminds me of Gizmo Duck.
Which is soon going to be a major motion picture franchise from Disney, I'm sure. The thing I wish there was a person next to that new Bat vehicle, because I have no sort of sense of scale.
Yeah.
That could be a 30-foot tall monster truck, or that could be a tiny little one-person thing.
Oh, that's very interesting.
I just don't have any idea how it works.
Interesting. I like what you said, Markia, though, that this looks like something you would use in war. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe we're going to war.
I guess, I mean, you know, the ends are going to have to justify the means with that kind of a thing, because there has to be this huge threat to justify that type of car.
Have you met Darkseid?
Yeah, okay. Touche for there. But I'm wigged out about that car. It's huge. It's too much.
Well, we want to know, are you wigged out? What do you think? How is this for you in terms of a Batmobile? And are you excited for Justice League? Let us know in the comments below. You can tweet us at SG News. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click here for more internets, subscribe and like, and we'll see you again soon.